Time to get to the next level. You want to go to a social event, but you don't have much experience and you don't know to feel awkward. Or maybe you tried and you felt awkward because you didn't know what to say, you didn't know how to stand, and you didn't know what to do. If you're ready to overcome your shyness and your social anxiety and go to a social event, have great experience and interactions with people, this video is for you. In this video, I'm gonna show you how you can select the right type of social event for you. How you can go there even when you feel an intense fear, pressure, and anxiety in your body. We will see what to do to have a great experience, because that's the key. If you want to develop your social skills, you must have positive experiences. I will give you a word of caution about alcohol so that you don't make the same mistakes as I did, hopefully. We will see how to handle those awkward moments where you don't know what to say, or maybe you have a blank in a conversation, or you're standing alone and you don't know what to do. We will see how to handle those situations. First, my name is Jeffrey Huck. I used to be a very shy and introverted software engineer. My social anxiety was so strong that I stayed at home all the time, even hid in my apartment when I knew that my neighbor were in the corridor and I wanted to go eat groceries, but I didn't go out. I waited for them to go away. Making phone calls was just completely scary. I overcame it completely. I became the president of a public speaking club, Toastmasters. I became a public speaking coach. I coached entrepreneurs. And now I'm gonna give you my techniques and strategies in this video. Let's start with the beginning. How do you select the right social event for you? The best would be something that you already feel interested, something related to a hobby, something that you would want to do. Those are the best events because there is something there that you already enjoy and that you can share with other people. Something that worked incredibly well for me was language exchange events because I was learning English, but it works even if you're not learning a language, because there you will meet people for all around the world, and so your curiosity will be potentially, should be without limit, because you will be curious about other people's lives. That's key. Curiosity is a key. That's the best way to connect with people, is to show curiosity. So going to a place where you will be naturally curious about other people, that's always a good strategy. If you start out, if you're shy, if you still feel a lot of pressure going to those events, if you don't have much experience, I don't recommend going to networking events or professional events, because in those places you will have an even harder time to be yourself, because everyone has this, this professional mask. Sometimes they even speak with a different voice. Sometimes they try to sell you something or to make you believe that they're more successful than they are. It can be very tiring. It will be very hard. I recommend going to those events once you're already more comfortable, at least after you already had a few experiences in non-professional events without stakes, where the only goal is to have fun, meet people, and see what happens. Those are the events you want to start with. No, don't overthink, because to be honest, as long as you are able to meet people and be curious about them, any type of event should work. Now you'll notice if you already tried to go to an event like this, or when you will try, you might feel pumped up before going there. You say, yeah, I'm gonna go to this event, it's gonna be great, I'm gonna meet people, I'm gonna beat this damn shyness that I have. And as you go there, at the very last moment, you will start to feel a little bit differently, maybe a little bit sick, maybe with some stress, with some pressure. You might start to double guess at that moment. Maybe, is it the right idea after all? Is it the right event? Shouldn't I wait to go to another event or at another time? Because now that I think about it, I might be feeling a little bit sick. If this is how you feel before going to your event, you need to know that it's perfectly normal. In fact, years ago, the first time I went to an event for the purpose to overcome shyness, I remember the pressure was so intense that when I went there, when I saw the venue, it was a bar, and I saw the people standing there, the pressure was so high inside me, my mind was starting to run so fast, I couldn't even enter, and I just continued walking, ignoring the entrance. This might happen for you too. Though in my case, I worked a little bit farther, but then I noticed and I knew that doing that will not solve the problem and that I should at least try. So I went back and finally went to the place with this pressure. And the key is, this is very important. Most people make the mistake here. You don't try to remove the fear. You don't try to remove the pressure. You don't try to feel more relaxed before you go to this event. If you try to do anything to make the fear less, it will backfire. The secret and the key is to go there while feeling this intense pressure inside you. You bring it with you. Even if you don't want to, it's the key to bring it with you. I repeat it one more time. Don't do anything to feel more relaxed. Don't do anything to make the fear, the anxiety, the pressure less. Instead, accept that you feel what you feel in your body and go with it. Then once you're there, what do? Remember here, my first time I felt awkward. I arrived there, I standed up, looked around, saw a few people, and then I thought, I know what? Should I get a drink? Should I wait for someone to come talk with me? Should I run away? That one was very tempting. The key here, and you're not going to like this, basically you have two choices. Number one, you wait for other people to choose you. You know, it's like when you're at school and you have a match and you have two teams. And then there are those people, they choose the people in their team and you want to be chosen. And if you're not chosen, you start to doubt. Maybe it's my face, maybe it's because I'm ugly, maybe it's because I'm not ready, maybe I shouldn't have come, maybe they are all stupid anyway. That's choice number one. You want to be chosen. I don't like this one, because you don't have much control on it. And if people don't talk to you, you will be disappointed and you will think that they are the problem. Instead, what I challenge you to do is to become the person who initiates conversations. The person who starts the conversation. Not the one who gets chosen. The one who chooses. The one with the power to choose. The one who creates something out of nothing. The one who initiates conversations. Because in social skills, that's where the power lies. The one who creates the opportunities is the person who initiates. Otherwise, you will be waiting for things to happen all your life. And I'm not minimizing anything. I met people at events, people who were going to social events for years, and they never learned to initiate. They went there and either they talk with people that they already knew or they waited for other people to go to them and talk. Those people after years are still shy. Whereas in my case, after a few events, I also already knew how to be the talkative one, how to be easygoing because of the initiation. Because as you practice initiating conversations with new people, you will get a confidence boost. You will get what I call the extrovert switch. This is something that happens inside you after you start, you don't react, you start a few conversations with strangers in a row. You will feel in charge. You will feel like you want to talk with everyone. And this state is so exceptional and it was so unexpected for me when I found it that I even wrote a book about it. It's called the extrovert switch. It talks exactly how you activate this state when you want to talk with everyone and all the steps to get there, starting with social anxiety, starting with being shy, starting with no social skills at all until you get there and even beyond, because why stop there? And it's not something magical or something that only me found out. In fact, if you meet people who organize events, there are many of them who will tell you that they are big introverts, but that in the process to learn social skills, they discovered this fact that after initiating a few conversations in a row, you unlock something that makes you want to talk with everyone. So that's the secret. That's the key. That's your challenge, is to initiate conversations. Will it be scary? Yes! Will you still do it? I hope you will, because that's the key. If you're able to do things that you feel scared to do, soon everything will be possible for you in your life. Personally, but also professionally. One word of caution though. When I started out, and even before, I used to use alcohol to make social anxiety lower and to make it easier to connect with people. Did it work? In the moment, yes, of course. If you drink a lot, you're uninhibited. It's easier to talk with people. But does it work on the long term? The problem is that if you drink at social events and you have fun, which might happen, the next time you will have to drink again because you will not have learned how to do it. And there are even more problems with alcohol because you might do things that you're gonna regret. You will forget things. Maybe you will have a few nice interactions with people, but then you will not feel very sure about staying in touch with them because you don't remember anything and you remember that you felt a little bit silly. And lastly, the other mistake that happens when you drink alcohol, you put your brain in a different state, so you are never able to learn from what you did because your brain is in a different state. So a caution with alcohol, this one can be a big trap. And here too, I met people, they go to many social events, they always drink, and they never learn. After years, still shy, still anxious, still unable to connect without alcohol. Be careful with that one, because if you start out without alcohol, you will never have to remove it after. And since it's hard in the beginning, no matter what you do, at least if you don't drink alcohol, you will be completely proud of yourself. And that's how you build confidence. When you will be at those events, obviously, if you're watching this video, I bet that you don't have much experiences with socializing yet. You're a beginner. And what's the problem with being a beginner is that you will fall in all the traps. You will make all the mistakes. You will feel awkward many times. You will not know what to do many times. That's the game. That's what it is to be level 1, to be a beginner. And this is something that you have to accept. You will start with the lowest skills that you will have in your entire life. In fact, you will be the worst you will ever be in all your life because you will get better day after day, event after event, with more experience by doing things and seeing what works and seeing what doesn't work. The trap here is to focus too much on what doesn't work. In social situations, when something doesn't work, usually we feel very awkward. We feel a pressure. We feel this urge to go away. And this might happen in many situations. It can happen when you say something and then you realize, maybe I should have said that. It can happen when you're in a conversation and suddenly you run out of things to say and then there is a blank. Don't know what to say. The other person don't know what to say. And you start to feel this urge of running away. It can also happen if at some point during the event you say something and you're ignored. Or if at some point you stand alone and you don't know what to do. In all these situations, what will happen for you is a sensation in your body that will get stronger and stronger. Some kind of adrenaline, pressure, urge to go away. In all those situations, the best way to react is to accept the way you feel without changing it. It's exactly what we do when we feel stress before going to the event. We don't try to remove it, but we take it with us. We take the stress, we take the pressure, and we stay with it. We accept it, we make it space. And this works in all situations. Because the thing is, in the end, you're not scared of people. You're not scared of having interactions. You're not scared of how people perceive you. What you're scared is this feeling that you feel when something that you interpret as bad happens. And how you react to this feeling determines your possibilities in life. If every time you feel this rush, this awkwardness, you run away, you will have a very small life with not many possibilities, lot of fears. You will be controlled by your fears. But what happens if you accept these sensations in your body? What accept to the person who's able to stand in the middle of a crowd, feeling awkward, yet lifting the head, smiling, and looking at people in the eyes? This person is invincible because she mastered herself. And that's all there is to do. Once you accept that you can feel awkward, you can feel bad, you can feel doubts, you can feel low, but don't let it control your body. Don't let it control your behaviors and your actions. That's the moment you will raise. And that's how, my friend, you will become someone with exceptional social skills. The last thing you want to do is just practice. Remember that it's your first event. Or if it's not your first event, it will be your first event after having watched this video. You will be a beginner. You will be level 1. You will have bad experiences. You will feel awkward. You will feel bad. You will say things that you will maybe regret. You will miss opportunities. All those things will happen. And the only way to get better is to go through them. Not by letting them control you, but by accepting that you are a beginner and that you can feel bad. All these things are perfectly normal. And then the more you do, the more you practice, the better you get, and the more positive interactions you have, the best time you will have, and then it's a positive spiral that will bring you until you like to socialize, until you will develop skills that work, that feel great, that make other people feel great. And at that time, at this point, you will be able to do many crazy and amazing things. Now you could just move on in your life, or you can take the decision right now to select, to choose the next event you're gonna practice, and to commit, to initiate with people at least 3 times during these events. Talk to 3 people that you don't know while being the one who initiate the conversation. That's your challenge. And if you like this video, hit subscribe so you don't miss the next ones. I wish you an amazing journey to develop your social skills. Ciao!